Hi, it's me again with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks Part 2. I just made a video and I'm not really happy with the shape. So maybe this tool will actually help us make it better. I'm going to take in a rectangle. I'm going to go up to Object. I'm going to convert it to a curve. I'm going to get the Shape tool. I'm going to select it all. And I'm going to right click and break it apart. Now, it's a little confusing, so I'm going to break the curve apart. Well, let's see if that worked or not. Yep, it worked. So I'm going to get two of these lines just out of the way. I don't need that line and I don't need that line. Okay, before I do that, let's, these are broken apart. If you hit P now, it's not going to work. So let me start over. Draw a rectangle. You've got to start in the center of the page for a very good reason. Object, convert it to a curve, take the shape tool, select it all, right click, break it apart. Then you can take your virtual segment delete key and delete that line and that line. Now these two lines are separated. Well, they will when we break the curve apart again. So we're going to take this line, I'm going to move it over, I'm going to nudge it. I'm going to get the distort tool and I'm going to get on the zipper and I'm going to get smooth distortion. And I'm going to put 9 and 19. And what that did is it did exactly what I wanted. Now this is a shorter line. Couple ways we could do that. We could move this over here and just move that line. But if we make this with the distort tool, trying to get it about the same, we're going to go the same 19. But since it's just quite a bit shorter, we're going to put in 5. But I didn't put rounded corners. So there we go. Now, it doesn't look as deep. So we're going to get back to the distort tool and we're going to add some depth. It'd almost be easier probably to cut that in half. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and don't worry about it right now, that's like that. Our everything looks pretty good. Now, control, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to do it this way. We're going to bring in an indexing line and hit P. Well, because what I did is not in the center of the page anymore. So I can take this now and kind of move this center hump, that edge to the center of the page. Now I'm going to get another line. This is a little bit unorthodox way to do it, but I think it's going to work. I want it in the center of that hump. Because when he's drawing this, can change it later. Now I'm going to take this and smart fill it. And then I'm going to move that over. I'm going to left click, right click so we can see it. And I'm going to try to take away that node. And I'm going to take this and bring up that corner. I'm actually going to take away that node. Maybe take away that node. Nope, not going to work. We need it kind of a smoother transition. So I'm going to take this and move it down there. Take this and move it down here. I kind of want a smooth transition. I hope this makes sense of what I'm doing now. Let me get rid of all this stuff. We don't need these lines anymore. And this way, my bump's a little big. So let's take the shape tool and bring in our bump. Bring this in. Boom. Don't do that. Trying to make your bump more in line with the other stuff. And you can play with that. Now, Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the Control button, do this. Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the Control button while you get the two-sided arrow, do that. It's still not perfect, then delete all these lines. I would take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. That doesn't look too bad. Now I'm going to left click, right click. I'm going to do exactly what I did before, with the exception of I've already got my backer board. So if this is going to be our backer board, and if you remember, we used a light color, and we're going to put the backer board there. Now we're going to, you know what, that might not work. Let's try this. Let's change this to 1/4 inch thick. Let's make it a little bit thicker. 0.33. Go up to object, convert the outline to an object, left click, right click. I'm actually going to do it in red. That would be your cut lines. There's your outside board. Let's see how it fits on there. So the outside's a little bit bigger, so that's what I was afraid of. We want our backer board to be the same. So because we made that line thicker, so all I'm going to do, and also, yeah, I'm going to need to do those together. I'm going to do what I did in the first video, take a rectangle, take it in and fill that in, nudge it over. There is our backer board, the exact size of the outside of the line. So now we can get rid of this line. We can take this, and we have to use a Smart Fill tool to get that same dark color again. Get the eyedropper. I'm just going to go off mine and fill that in. And there's your backer board. I mean, there's your edging that you're going to paint 2 different colors and lightly glue it to the outside. And you'll have, you know, along the edges, you'll have a smooth edge to make sure you're on the mark. Anyway, I hope that helped somebody someday and helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.